Christine McVie was always known as the quiet one in Fleetwood Mac. While Stevie Nicks spun around in velvet and Lindsay Buckingham smashed guitars, Christine stood still, calm, smiling, playing her keyboards and singing those warm, heart-healing songs like Songbird and Everywhere. But behind that calm voice was a woman with powerful opinions. And over the years, she quietly held on to grudges ones nobody knew about. She didn't yell, she didn't throw things, but she never forgot how certain rock stars treated her. She once said in a quiet interview, "You learn a lot just by staying silent." And Christine had learned a lot. This story is about the 5 rock stars Christine McVie secretly couldn't stand. And once you hear who they are and why, you'll see a very different side of the woman fans thought they knew so well. Let's start with the first. Lindsay Buckingham, the genius who drove her mad. Yes, Christine had big problems with Lindsay Buckingham. People always thought the drama in Fleetwood Mac was just between Stevie and Lindsay. But Christine, she had her own battles with him too, silent ones. Lindsey was controlling. In the studio, he wanted everything his way. He would take Christine's songs, beautiful, simple, and turn them into something else, more complex, more Lindsey. She once said in an interview, "Sometimes I'd bring in a song, and by the end of the day, it wasn't mine anymore." That hurt, and it wasn't just music. Christine hated how he treated Stevie, the screaming matches, the cold looks, the way he always had to win, but Christine never exploded. She just pulled away. She stayed polite, but inside, she couldn't stand his behavior. When Lindsay was kicked out of Fleetwood Mac in 2018, Christine didn't cry. In fact, when asked about it, she said, "We're very happy now, the energy is much better." That said it all. Dennis Wilson, the Beach Boy who broke her heart. Christine had fallen hard for Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys in the late 70s. At first, it was magic. He was wild, full of stories, and had the kind of beach bum charm she didn't get from her bandmates. But behind that charm was darkness. Dennis had problems, drugs, booze, and moods that changed like waves. Christine once admitted he could be beautiful one day and cruel the next. He took her money. He disappeared for days. He played with her emotions. By the time she broke it off, she was heartbroken and furious. Christine never spoke badly of Dennis in public, but close friends said she never forgave him, especially after he tried to win her back while dating other women at the same time. When Dennis drowned in 1983, Christine stayed silent. No tribute, no song. To her, the pain was still too fresh. Stevie Nicks' sisters with sharp edges. This might shock you, Christine and Stevie were not always best friends. Yes, they stood by each other in a band full of men. Yes, they defended each other during tough times, but Christine hated how Stevie sometimes took the spotlight and made everything about her. Backstage, Stevie had a huge team, makeup artists, assistants, even someone to carry her scarves. Christine, she just had her keyboard and a glass of wine. "I never needed the circus," she once said, a quiet shot at Stevie. There were moments when Christine felt invisible. Fans screamed for Stevie. Magazines put Stevie on every cover. Even when Christine wrote the hits Little Lies, You Make Loving Fun, it was Stevie everyone asked about. Christine was proud, but she hated being overlooked. And the final crack came in 1998 when Christine left the band. She said it was about flying, about fear. But insiders say the drama and Stevie's fame played a big part. It took almost 15 years for Christine to return, and even then, things were never the same. Eric Clapton, the rock god with a cold heart. Eric Clapton and Christine McVie shared stages and parties in the 70s. They even shared a short, secret romance, but it didn't end well. Christine once said Clapton was charming but selfish, and that's exactly how she remembered him. He'd flirt with her one night, then vanish the next. She wasn't the only woman in his life, not even close. Christine, who came from a band where emotions ran deep, hated the games Clapton played. What hurt most was how he treated her like just another name, another fling, no respect, no care. After their falling out, Christine refused to work with him again. She even turned down a duet that producers begged her to do just because Eric was involved. To her, music was personal, love was serious, and Clapton, he didn't deserve her time anymore. Bob Welch, the forgotten Mac member she never trusted. Before Fleetwood Mac became a global sensation, they had a different sound and a different face, Bob Welch. Bob helped bridge the band from its blues beginnings to the pop-rock future. He even wrote some beautiful songs. But when Christine looked back on those years, she didn't smile. She respected Bob's talent, but she didn't trust him. Bob was ambitious, too ambitious. Christine once said he saw Fleetwood Mac as a stepping stone, and she hated that. To her, music was family. Bob treated it like business. When Bob left the band in 1974, he expected fame. But then came Stevie and Lindsay, and suddenly Bob Welch was forgotten. He felt bitter and he blamed Fleetwood Mac, especially Christine. In interviews, Bob claimed he built the band's future. Christine never responded directly, but she didn't have to. She didn't go to his Rock Hall campaign. She didn't mention him in her speeches. And when Bob passed away in 2012, Christine stayed silent. It was her final word. The truth about Christine's quiet ray. Christine McVie wasn't loud like Stevie. She didn't smash guitars like Lindsay. She didn't cry on stage or curse at the press. But behind the scenes, she remembered every insult, every betrayal, every moment she gave her heart and got hurt in return. That was Christine's secret power, silence. She could write lyrics full of love while quietly resenting the man who inspired them. She could harmonize on stage while hiding deep disappointment with the person beside her. And through it all, the public saw a soft, gentle woman. But the truth, Christine McVie had a list, not a written one, not a cruel one, but a mental list of people who crossed her and never made it back. Why Christine took her secrets to the grave. When Christine McVie passed away in 2022, fans mourned a legend. The tributes poured in from Stevie, from Mick, even from Lindsey. But Christine had never told the full story. She never released a tell-all book. She never spilled backstage secrets on talk shows. She took it all with her. Why? Because Christine believed that some truths didn't need to be shouted. She had already lived them. But close friends say she still talked about those 5 names. Quietly, late at night, over wine, she would smile and say, "That one I'll never forget." Christine McVie may have looked like the calmest one in the room, but now we know she saw everything, she felt everything, and she never, ever forgot who made her hurt. Christine McVie didn't just write love songs, she wrote warnings, soft, sweet, but sharp underneath. But did Stevie Nicks ever find out what Christine truly thought of her? In our next story, we reveal what Christine told a friend about Stevie just months before she died. Don't miss it.